You are listening to the Bonfires and Castles podcast, the place where fantasy, history, and other worlds collide to take you on a magical journey.
In his house warm in his bed.
Well, greetings and welcome to another episode of the Bonfires and Castles podcast. On August 1st, we experienced another turn of the Celtic Wheel, and another season is upon us. As we come out of the warm summer months and make our way to the cooler months, from the season of the mother to the season of the crone, we enter a season of harvest from our season of growth and abundance. It is a time to take what we planted in the spring and saw come into fruition throughout Imbolc and Letha. And now we get to not only take in the fruits of our labor and enjoy them, but also take any lessons learned and start to go within and reflect. It is a great time for inner work and making plans for the next turn of the wheel. As the beginning of the harvest season, Lughnasadh is a Gaelic festival widely observed in Ireland, Scotland, and the Isle of Man. It also marks the halfway point between the summer solstice and the autumn equinox. In the Middle Ages, the festival of Lughnasadh involved great gatherings, including ceremonies, athletic contests, horse racing, feasting, matchmaking, and trading. It was also an offering of the first fruits and a feast of the first fruits. It also involved dance plays. The first fruits season continues until Mabon on September 23rd. Lughnasadh also works in conjunction with the English and Welsh festival of Lammas. So how can you incorporate this ancient festival into your modern practice? For one, you can participate in community gatherings that include storytelling, music, and strengthening social bonds. Also, athletic contests, as the deity Lu's attributes include athleticism. There is also the age-old tradition of the bonfire, along with making food and gifts out of your first fruits, whatever they may be. But most importantly is to remember that as nature goes through cycles, so do we. In fact, everything that nature goes through, we go through. As the earth presents the first of its harvest, we are celebrating the first of what we've been working on growing and producing since the first seeds were planted during the festival of Imbolc. As Imbolc was the time for planting seeds, Letha was the time for watching those seeds grow, and now Lughnasadh is about enjoying those first fruits. It is about seeing what we've grown and making new plans for the new goals, the new planting and harvesting. It is enjoying and partaking in the last days of summer, the last days of light, before the darker months of rest, rejuvenating, planning, and reflecting arrive. Before the winter crone completes her return from the forest at Samhain, once again trading places with Goddess Brigid or Breed to rule the colder months. As we prepare to enter the season of the crone, that is a great time to truly be honest with ourselves about our planting and growth. What did we do that truly benefited us? And where did we maybe not quite hit the mark? Those are important things to make note of going into the next turn of the wheel. And if you're coming into this late, fear not. It is never too late to begin something new. In fact, I'm always creating and building something, especially as of late in this last Celtic Wheel cycle. Now, in these darker months, my creativity and planning may be in a more gentle flow than it is in the warmer, lighter months, but it is always there, and I am always doing something. I'm simply more mindful of how I am feeling during a particular season and honor that while also honoring commitments. In our modern world, it has become trendy recently to use the months of September or October through December as a winter arc and a time to hustle until January. And as I said, while there's never really a bad time to set new goals and begin planting and planning that harvest, it is also important to honor yourself and your own cycles with nature and pay attention to how your biorhythms are in order to avoid burnout. As I've mentioned in previous episodes, the Gregorian calendar, combined with a lot of modern culture, particularly hustle culture, does little to favor our natural biorhythms. The colder, darker months are quiet and a time for us to go within, honoring that crone energy. Honoring that quiet wisdom, even if you do decide to occupy your time finishing projects and such. It's all about discernment and balance. In fact, I and many others honor the new year as being in the spring, as it was with the Julian calendar. So from this Lughnasadh or Lammas time to the next Imbolc, while ceasing all activity and being completely stagnant is not necessary, which is what I want to emphasize because staying creative during the winter months can be healthy and even necessary for some. Honoring the time, though, to create and the time to be still according to your own unique circumstances is something to pay attention to. So, how will I be spending this first harvest? Well, I am preparing for the next wheel cycle and the next phase of harvest until Mabon. This includes not only my fall clean, but also letting go of items and energies from an old timeline that no longer serve me and acquiring new items and energies that align more with where I intend to go and where I want to be. I am also going back through my planner and taking inventory of my accomplishments from the last several months. This is a great thing to do as we tend to get so caught up in where we want to be and think we should be, and it's easy to fall into an "I've accomplished nothing" mindset. Sometimes you may actually be pleasantly surprised at what you did accomplish, and this can also set the groundwork for your next steps forward. This can also bring to light where you may want to tie up some loose ends before moving forward. I myself am making a list of these loose ends, things I put off but need to finish and then let go of. From these two steps, I am assessing what all I have going on now, where I want to go from here, and planning that according to the biorhythms of the next seasons and turns of the wheel. I'm also embracing new opportunities ahead that will then greatly contribute to the next part of the cycle and the next harvest. In addition, I'm celebrating with an amazing harvest milk recipe courtesy of Jenna from the White Witch Parlour, which I will leave a link to in the description. Also, as the seasons change and the wheel turns, nature walks are a favorite pastime of mine at this time of year. So how are you spending this first harvest? I'd love to hear about it in messages or the comments. In the wheel of life, as it turns, it is a time at this time to assess where we are and become grounded, so we can have a clear vision moving forward, while honoring our own biorhythms with the cycles of nature. And this is something we must do in any part of the wheel cycle. It's a time to celebrate any and all accomplishments and your new steps forward. As we enjoy the first harvest, as always, I ask for you to stay safe, and I will see you in the next episode. Until then, see you someplace in time.
House warm in his bed, tiny child lays his head. Blizzard storm outside this New Year's Eve as his mind begins to dream. A smile across angelic face, sleep in mother's warm embrace. Mother looks out toward the sky as she hears the lullaby. Two young girls have found their home, found warmth inside the cold. Tonight they'll bring joy to a child. Tonight, sleeping beneath the starlit sky, as he dreams he sees them fly. He'll sleep till the morning light, and they'll sing to him sweet lullabies and fly away. He'll sleep until the morning light beneath the starlit sky.